love you, sister. You making a noise, you know what happens? I'm gonna kill her instead of you. If you making a noise, I'm gonna kill her.
The two girls liked me. They were following me around all day, and I had befriended them, you know, so I wanted them to trust me, and, you know. And then I'd go right into this close-up with the two girls, and I said, you know, I'm going to kill her if you don't, you know, I did the line, and one of the girls started crying, you know, and we'd been having fun the whole day. I felt really bad. I felt really bad about it. But it just goes to show you that, I mean, it does get a little intense, you know. Sometimes when you got to do these things, they get a little realistic in a way that can be not so fun.
What's your name?
John Coffee Man. Like to drink. Only not spelled the same.
Every day, you know, that I was on that set was a journey. For me, and don't mistake, it was like walking into hell, because I'd get into that room and, you know, I was in this prosthetic, and I think Michael knew the journey I was on, I knew the journey he was on, and we were just tuned in to one another.
Frank not only cast it well, but he creates an atmosphere in which actors can really do their best work. I had a sort of an interesting journey. I thought, wow, I got this great scene with Tom, and I worked on that scene from the time I got the script. I was making Babe 2 in Australia, so I worked on it basically for about 5 or 6 months. What I wanted to have happen, which is I wanted to break on camera, full face, as the weight of what I thought was happening to him fell upon him. And I got on set and went to do it, and it was totally dry. I was dry as a bone. Could not get this thing. Then when I did the scene where she is cured and she opened her eyes, I broke all day long. I hadn't paid any attention to that scene at all. And I found then what I had done wrong with the first scene. I thought the scene was about the pain that he was feeling, that his wife was going to die of cancer. But in actual fact, it was a scene in which he asks his best friend, how do I tell my wife that what she has is inoperable cancer? If I had simply done that task, then a weight of the whole experience would have, I think, given me the result I wanted.
Please, boss. Don't put that thing over my face. Don't put me in the dark. I was afraid of the dark.
My theory is that everybody who works on movies lives for that experience of having been part of a film that they wind up being extremely proud of.
It is one of those unusual movies where there are so many moments that I could point to. And it's really been confirmed over the years how special this movie is by the numbers of people who have told me how much this movie means to them.
To do something that you deeply care about and that has the potential of moving people away from their positions and thereby transforming the culture that we live in. You know, the only thing that makes us human, as far as I'm concerned, is the stories we tell each other. So I rather loved that this one was hopeful and bittersweet and complicated, not easy, thought-provoking, deeply spiritual, transformative.
I was astounded at the power of the movie. I thought that it achieved everything that was unique about the script and special about the working atmosphere with the ensemble. And the stuff that I saw that I wasn't in, for example, the stuff with Dabs, was beautiful. I had the same reaction I did when I was seeing the movie as I did when I finished reading the novel. Is that this is very Spartan. It's not dense. It's not thick, but it is so sophisticated and it's so emotional that it's this odd kind of like Stephen King, Frank Darabont 2.5-hour haiku to what prison life is like on death row, and it's extraordinary.
The Green Mile put Michael Clarke Duncan on the map as an actor. Like I said, I only had one movie before that, and that was Armageddon. And once The Green Mile came out, that was my biggest acting role to that date. So that everything else came because of The Green Mile. It came because of the brilliant script by Frank Darabont. It came because of Stephen King, from Tom Hanks to David Morse to Sam Rockwell, Doug Hutchison, Patricia Clarkson, Bonnie Hunt, Jeffrey DeMunn. Everybody had a piece of that in me. It was no individual thing. I could care less about being nominated. I would have given up that nomination for us to win Best Picture. I really wanted that. But that being said, you can never get that back in time. In 100 years from now, when people are going through old movies, they will pull up The Green Mile, and that is a part of cinematic history, and we are a part of that history.